Right now, strong winds, heavy rain, even a confirmed tornado from Friday night has left plenty of cleanup for residents in Jefferson County. Also, a Madison pastor has continued preaching even as the state revoked his child care license amid an investigation. We share what that investigation found. And Madison police on the search for two thieves who were caught on camera swiping a new mattress from an east side porch. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Nearly 3 full days has now passed since the severe weather of Friday night, but some communities around southern Wisconsin are still trying to clean up. Well, this video right here you're seeing is from Fort Atkinson, where there are a lot of fallen trees and some damage to homes as well. That storm brought powerful winds, heavy rain, hail, and a just confirmed tornado touching down near Palmyra, not far from Fort Atkinson. Our Catherine Merck shows us what some people who live there are still picking up.
The storms at the end of the week Friday left a mess for Cynthia Hollinger to start her week on Monday.
There was a huge tree on top of our garage in the backyard, and then there was a pile, huge limb in our front yard.
And while the tree is now gone as of Monday, the garage still has lots of damage to it. There's a hole in the top there, and Cynthia's unable to get her car outside of it.
It's a very unsafe structure right now.
She's not the only one. One neighboring family not too far from Cynthia had this large tree fall on their home. The family is safe, but they're also left with clutter to clean.
There's a lot of work to be done, and our public works folks have been working really hard.
The city manager says crews are continuing to clear streets to make them passable, pushing branches to the side of the road.
The north side was hit particularly bad. There were a lot of power outages. Some folks are still out of power.
While the tree that fell on Cynthia's garage has been cleared, she says she knows for the crews still on these streets, it'll be a long week ahead.
But throughout the neighborhood, it's just people are working really hard to get their yards cleaned up.
Reporting in Fort Atkinson, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
The lights are back on for almost all We Energies utility customers tonight. Just over 500 customers were without power as of this afternoon, including 36 there in Jefferson County. That is an improvement from this morning, as more than 2,500 customers were still without power when they woke up today. Much different story weather-wise today from what we experienced Friday night. It's comfortable and dry out there, making for a good start to the work week. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the patio with First Warn forecast.
Yeah, not only do we have severe weather, we also had some very heavy rain, so it's nice to have a few days to dry out. As we take a look at the visible cloud track across the upper Midwest, lots of sunshine today, and that felt good, even though temperatures were not terribly warm and the humidity levels were low, and that means that there's very little in the way of rain. A few showers over parts of lower Michigan, a few sprinkles over southern Iowa. That's about the nearest rain of any consequence. Low temperatures this morning in the 40s north and west of Wisconsin Dells, 44 in Camp Douglas, 46 in Black River Falls. Most everybody else was in the 50s to around 60. So far, high temperatures today, 82 in Janesville, 81 in Madison, 83 in Boscobel, and 80 for the high temperature in Platteville. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Still 80 in Madison and Platteville. Across Dane County, 80 right now in Belleville, 79 in Cross Plains, and 81 in Waunakee. Look for mostly clear skies this evening. Temperatures dropping off to about 67 by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for rain as humidity levels start to increase over the next few days and see how much we can expect from that.
A Baptist pastor in Madison has continued preaching even as the state revoked his child care license because of police findings from a child sexual assault investigation. Investigative reporter Naomi Coles has been tracking the developments on this story for a few months now and joins us with more. Naomi?
Eric, I heard from parents in April that police were investigating Bob Stein, who ran Kids Best Childcare out of Midvale Baptist Church. At the time, police wouldn't confirm anything, and the state could not release records given the ongoing investigation. But as of a few weeks ago, police wrapped up their investigation and recommended that the Dane County District Attorney bring a charge of first-degree child sexual assault, among other things. The DA is still reviewing that case, but the state permanently revoked his license, citing child safety violations. That's from their own investigation. Now, I asked Stein at his home, why keep preaching around children when facing that serious of an investigation? Well, I want to have a conversation with you on.
There's no conversation to be had.
Good morning, welcome. Glad to see everybody this morning.
That's Bob Stein preaching after the investigation started and the state closed his child care. He hired a prominent defense attorney in Madison to represent him. Chris Van Wagner tells me they've been cooperating with police. Now, we are airing our full investigation at 6, which includes why it's so hard for the Southern Baptist denomination, that's what the church belongs to hold its pastors accountable.
Governor Tony Evers condemning a group of Nazi protesters who were seen at a Pride in the Park event over the weekend in Watertown. A group of about a dozen men wearing all black waved flags bearing swastika symbols, gave Nazi salutes, and yelled homophobic slurs. One man was reportedly armed with a rifle. These photos come courtesy of the Watertown Daily Times. In a tweet, Governor Evers said their presence was, quote, a disgusting and direct attack on our state's LGBTQ community, communities of color, and Jewish Wisconsinites. This is unacceptable and unwelcome in Wisconsin, period. Madison police are looking for a pair of porch pirates who stole a mattress from a porch on the city's east side last week. See if you recognize either of these individuals. The video captured them taking this bed in a box in the 700 block of Cherrywood Court in the early morning hours last Thursday. Anyone with information is asked to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers at the number there at the bottom of your screen, which is 608-266-6014. A scam warning to know about from the Dane County Sheriff's Office. It's investigating multiple cases of scammers telling people they've won the lottery or Publishers Clearinghouse. Victims have been convinced to send scammers cashier checks or wire them money to cover what they say are taxes and fees. Now, once the check is received, well, that money is then withdrawn from the victims' bank accounts. Victims in Dane County have been scammed now out of tens of thousands of dollars. In the event you do actually win the lottery or Publishers Clearinghouse, you will not be asked to transfer any funds. Barbenheimer continues to perform big at the box office. AMC Theater says Barbie and Oppenheimer gave it the highest sales week in its 103-year history. The chain says July 21st through the 27th set the new record, and high traffic continued after that. AMC says 65 of its locations also set box office records due to the two movies. Thanks to Barbie, Greta Gerwig is now the highest-grossing female director for an opening weekend. And combined, the movies made more than $1 billion globally in just 10 days. Paul Reubens, the actor best known for his role as Pee Wee Herman, has died. His death was announced in a post on his verified Instagram page earlier today. The post says the beloved actor privately fought cancer for years. As Pee Wee Herman, Reubens delighted generations of children and adults with his positivity and kindness. His last Pee Wee Herman movie was released in 2016. Paul Reubens was 70 years old. An Idaho mother who murdered two of her children will never leave prison. Lori Vallow Daybell was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole today. The former beauty queen killed her 16-year-old daughter, Tylee Ryan, and 7-year-old son, Joshua J.J. Vallow, in 2019. She then lied to investigators about the children's whereabouts for months. During the time they were reportedly missing, Vallow Daybell married Chad Daybell, who is still awaiting trial for his alleged role in hiding the bodies. The children's remains were found on Daybell's property in 2020. Ahead of this morning's sentencing, the grandfather of JJ shared the sentencing has been a long time coming.
We've waited a long time for this day, and we truly have mixed feelings today. We're happy for this day. We're extremely sad.
In addition to the life sentences for the murders of her children, Vallow Daybell was also sentenced to life for conspiracy to commit murder. That charge stemmed from the death of Chad Daybell's first wife in 2019. Bond set at $100,000 for a defendant in the Justice Department's case involving classified documents found at former President Trump's Florida home. Mar-a-Lago property manager Carlos de Oliveira bonded out of jail but cannot leave Florida without permission under terms of a judge set in Miami. He also cannot discuss the case with potential witnesses except through counsel. He's accused of scheming with the former president to try to delete Mar-a-Lago security footage sought by investigators. Those are similar terms of release for co-defendant Walt Nauta and former President Trump. The judge is postponing de Oliveira's arraignment until August 10th while he seeks local counsel. Is it Twitter or is it X? The city of San Francisco has cited Twitter for the flashing X sign on top of the company's headquarters. Owner Elon Musk rebranded Twitter and its iconic bird logo as X last week. Musk tweeted this video of the building with the new flashing X logo on Saturday. Now, city officials say they've been to the headquarters twice since Friday regarding that sign. They were not permitted to access the roof. Authorities issued a notice of violation for work without a permit for that sign. According to the complaint, company representatives told officials the X was installed temporarily for an event at the building. Vice President Kamala Harris will make a visit to Wisconsin later this week. She'll stop in Pleasant Prairie Thursday to tout broadband and affordable connectivity efforts. Vice President Harris will continue on to Milwaukee for a pair of campaign events. The visit comes on the heels of an announcement from President Biden that Wisconsin will receive more than $1 billion in federal money to expand high-speed internet access. It's part of a total of more than $42 billion nationwide to provide reliable and affordable internet service for every home and business by the year 2030. More local stories straight ahead at 5. It's been a hot and dry summer throughout southern Wisconsin. So how has that weather impacted Wisconsin's tourism dollars? We visited some resorts in the Dells to find out. And tonight on News 3 Now at 6, the CrossFit Games return to Madison tomorrow, but for the very last time. We share the reason behind its uprooting. And wrapping up the month of July on Wall Street with the Dow climbing some 100 points. The Nasdaq jumps 29. S&P adds almost 7. We'll be right back.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $6,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs.
Then they are built in our very own factory,
Installed by a team of professionals and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Get up to 56% off list at our huge 56th anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible deals. Plus, enter to win a free car. It doesn't get any better than this. Amazing deals on living rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Oh, did we mention totally free shipping with no minimum? Up to 56% off list. 56th anniversary sale. And someone's walking away with a free car at Slumberland Furniture. It's a big deal.
Kids will be back in school before we know it, and we want to make sure they're ready.
That's why Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County and News 3 Now are collecting school supplies for area students.
Monday, August 7th, please help us stuff the bus. We'll be right here at Metcalf's Market behind Westtown Mall. Just look for the school bus.
Visit channel3000.com for details, and then stop by August 7th to help us stuff the bus.
Sponsored by Midwest Financial Group, Lamer's Bus Lines, and Metcalf's Market.
Port Atkinson residents woke up to a city transformed after a ferocious storm swept through. We'll bring you exclusive footage and firsthand accounts of the damage, plus efforts to clean up the mess tonight at 6.
A Madison pastor keeps preaching after the state shuts his daycare down because he's being investigated for child sexual assault. Naomi Coles is asking, why is he still around children? News 3 Now investigates tonight at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Pros to the host, Breeze Stevens Field announcing an Oktoberfest celebration for this fall. If you're a fan of competitions, food, ales, and music, clear your calendars for September 24th. The event will take place over 5 hours, so if you're trying all 50-plus beers, bring plenty of friends. General admission tickets will be $20 for those 12 and up, while kids get in with an adult for free. If you're planning on getting your Lederhosen on, tickets go on sale this Friday, which is also International Beer Day. Those will be on sale online, breezestevensfield.com. Atwood Avenue has fully closed between Fair Oaks and Oak Ridge starting today. Access to Atwood from Fair Oaks or Sugar Avenue will not be permitted. Driveways may even occasionally be inaccessible due to this construction. So those looking to access Olbrich Gardens or the Olbrich Park boat launch, They'll have to use Walter Street. Metro Transit will also be detoured around the area. Wisconsin's weather this summer has been at times pitch perfect for vacationing, but other times you've got your wildfire smoke, excessive heat. It's forced many of us to adapt. Kyle Pozorski explains how the tourism-heavy Wisconsin Dells is managing our abnormal weather conditions. Kyle?
Eric, businesses in the Dells tell me they are continuing to bounce back from the pandemic thanks to that weather, but at the same time needing to adapt to changes in the industry.
It's great seeing our park filled and guests enjoying all of our facilities.
Noah's Ark, which holds the crown as America's busiest water park, has continued to see high attendance numbers throughout the summer.
I think a lot of it is the weather that's really helping us this summer.
Chris Mortensen, general manager of the water park, says attendance has gone up in 2023 despite some abnormal weather conditions.
The extreme heat has been a little bit of a factor, as well as sometimes that Canadian smoke has also been a hindrance to some guests, and we really work with them.
Mortensen says it's part of changes the park has made this year to accommodate guests to keep them focused on relaxing instead of the latest weather conditions.
And we try to help switch their visit date so they can come on a date that's better suits them.
Changing to adapt to visitor preferences is nothing new for the tourism-heavy Dells.
We have, new water park attractions this year, new restaurants, new lodging options. So it's kind of a mix of both of the new and the old.
Leah Huck-Mills says making sure there are attractions for everyone to enjoy is an effort the Bureau takes on with business partners. She says it's why the Dells region sees more than 5 million visitors each year. This summer's exceptional weather making it all the more attractive.
Water parks obviously thrive when it's hot and sunny out. The scenic tours or outdoor recreation, all those things are really good for when the weather's good. And when the weather does turn bad, or if it is too hot for people, we do have a great list of indoor attractions.
Huck-Mills went on to tell me that while many enjoy the hot conditions, a new trend is seeing many choosing to road trip instead to stay cool this summer. Eric?
Kyle, thank you. We'll check out this vortex of fire out west. Firefighters around the California-Nevada state line are facing extraordinarily dangerous conditions. Crews there are battling the York fire. It's currently at 70,000 acres. Fire officials say winds have picked up, making the fire even more unpredictable and dangerous. Officials also say these types of fire swirls are similar to dust devils, but are specifically associated with the heat and energy released by a wildfire. No wildfires around here to worry about. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti back with the first warn forecast.
That's because we had some rain on Friday. Some areas picked up very heavy rain. Right now, things are pretty quiet across the upper Midwest. Just a few sprinkles down in southern portions of Iowa, a few showers in Michigan. Otherwise, most of the upper Midwest is dry. The very latest future track precipitation update. This is through Thursday morning for shower thunderstorm chances Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Before, it was showing heavier thunderstorms across Madison. Look what's happened now. The latest forecast has shifted everything up to the north and basically keeps us dry. I don't think we'll be totally dry. There'll be a couple of spotty showers and thunderstorms, but I think this is probably closer to what we're looking at and even farther out in the future. While there'll be some rain chances off and on through the end of the week and into the weekend, most areas will see very little in the way of rain unless you get caught underneath a heavier thunderstorm. So you average that all out, and we're probably looking at less than 1/10 of an inch of rain through much of southern Wisconsin. This takes us through the next 10 days and into Thursday of next week. So something to bear in mind, because the areas that got 5 or 6 inches of rain, they don't need any more rain for a while. But the rest of us will start getting dry, and those our grass will start to brown up if we don't get some rain over a 10 to 12-day period. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. We're looking at middle to upper 80s beginning on Wednesday and lasting into the weekend. Humidity starts to increase for the second half of the week as well, and that will lead to chances for showers and thunderstorms, but the key word there is chance, and maybe even slight chance, especially Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Probably our best chances for rain will be Friday night into Saturday, and right now I'm looking at about maybe a 30 to 40% chance at that time. Temperatures are pretty comfortable across Wisconsin. Upper 70s in the northern part of the state, around 80 here in southern Wisconsin. To our south and west, though, the heat continues. Our current temperature, 102 degrees in Wichita, Kansas. Temperatures in the upper 90s and even into parts of southern Nebraska. The thunderstorm activity tends to form right on the northern edge of that heat. That puts it through Nebraska and into Iowa, and then drives it southeastward right along the jet stream down towards St. Louis. So right now, our part of the Midwest staying dry, and with high pressure sitting almost directly on top of us, that will be the case at least for another day or two. As far as temperatures are concerned, like I say, right now 70s to around 80 degrees here, but notice the the dew point temperatures. They're in the 60s to the south. Here in Wisconsin, they're mainly in the 50s. Refreshing air. You can shut the air conditioning off at night and crack open the windows as long as you don't have allergies. Plan your night across Dane County. 60 for the low in Verona, 57 in Brooklyn, and 57 in Waterloo with mostly clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, a low of 50 in Camp Douglas. They were in the mid-40s last night. 62 for the low in Monroe and 60 in Madison. For tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies. High temperature of 83. Humidity levels, though, still staying down. And again, that future track precipitation just updated keeps most of the rain now up into the Fox Valley and northeastern Wisconsin and keeps much of southern Wisconsin dry at least through Thursday morning. So we look at our first warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures on the warm side through the end of the week. Humidity levels come up, but the best chances of rain probably Friday night into Saturday. Just a slight chance on Sunday and Monday. And then after that, we see dry weather with high temperatures right around 80. As we check out first warn traffic right now, Beltline looking pretty good. There were some slowdowns earlier. Still the usual slowdown where the flex lanes end at Stoughton Road heading toward the interstate. But other than that, Beltline looking in pretty good shape. I-39, 90, 94 east side of Madison. No issues there. About a 15 to 16 minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 18 minutes from Sun Prairie inbound to downtown Madison. Going outbound, that same trip will take you 21 minutes. US 12 middle to the Sauk City is 17 minutes today. And Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90 will take you 26 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
From 50 to 45, it's recommended adults now at that age begin screenings for colon cancer. We have the warning signs and when to see a doctor next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save big on your painting projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Ultra is a paint and primer in one that provides a clean, durable finish. A gallon of Ultra Flat interior paint and primer is only $19.29 after rebate. Save time on your painting project with Paramount Paint and Primer in one. It's a super premium paint that provides a durable and washable protective shield, offering the most advanced protection in just one coat. A gallon of Paramount interior paint is just $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have, lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
It's a very time-consuming thing to put foundation on and do your eyes and your lips, and I'd much rather just have a product that I can put on my face that makes me feel good. The thing I love about Tint and Tighten is the refreshed feeling my skin has. It's not heavy, it's not greasy, my wrinkles are gone, especially around my eyes. My skin feels smooth, I feel youthful.
Compared to Tint and Tighten, there was another product that I was trying, and one of the things that was a problem is leaving residue in the area underneath the eyes where your concealer would go. So I found that was a challenge, but using this particular product, I realized it's not leaving a residue.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes, while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
Right around this area, I have fine lines, which a lot of people obviously deal with as they age. And then also in this area, I had very dark circles. They were little, just puffed out a little bit, and that without any makeup is almost eliminated.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this summer for up to 50% off and free shipping. Visit tntcream.com or call the number on your screen.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
watching News 3 Now at 5.
Topic tonight's Health Watch. It is the fourth most common cancer in the U.S., and a recent study is showing colon cancer is on the rise in younger adults. The American Cancer Society recommends adults at average risk start regular screenings starting at age 45 now. Mandy Gaither shares some of the red flags to watch out for.
We are seeing colon cancer in much younger patients under the age of 50.
Experts don't know the exact cause for this alarming rise, but they suspect some leading factors.
Obesity, smoking, alcohol, lack of physical activity, and those are the types of things we obviously try to eliminate.
While some patients may not see any symptoms, Dr. Salzberg says there are some signs to look out for.
Number one is rectal bleeding. Many patients think that it's hemorrhoids.
He says to see a doctor before deciding it's hemorrhoids and pay attention to symptoms like abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, and changes in bowel movements.
That's the one thing. I always tell my patients, many patients are afraid of a colonoscopy, but I tell them there's nothing to be afraid about. It's really a simple procedure. And the fact is, it's preventable. If we do a colonoscopy, and let's say we find a polyp, and we remove that polyp, well, that polyp no longer can eventually change into a cancer.
The American Cancer Society also reminds us when it comes to treatment, early detection is key. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Smoking is one of the leading causes of preventable deaths, according to the World Health Organization. Efforts to stop tobacco use have been seeing some success, but as the United Nations is pointing out, there's still a long way to go. A new UN report found there are 1.3 billion tobacco users still around the world. That's about 1 in every 5 people. Around 80% of them live in low and middle income countries, and tobacco kills up to half of its users.
Tobacco use continues to be one of the biggest public health threats, with 8.7 million people dying from tobacco-related diseases every year.
And roughly 1.3 million non-smokers die every year from secondhand smoke. The WHO says the fight to end tobacco use has not been easy, but it does point to some progress, a 5% drop in the number of smokers over the last 2 decades. It is one of the mysteries surrounding COVID-19. Some people suffer lingering symptoms of the virus weeks, even months after they were first infected. The Biden administration hoping that researchers can find some answers to the problem known as long COVID. The White House announcing today it's establishing a new office within the Department of Health and Human Services to lead the federal government's response. It's estimated up to 23 million people in the country are dealing with long COVID. The agency will also launch clinical trials for long COVID patients to try to figure out how to treat it. A final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
A biker must always be on alert. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We'll fight for the compensation you deserve. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows ends Monday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you
4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
After a serious motorcycle crash, don't trust the insurance company. Call Gruber Law Offices first. We've been representing injured bikers for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the doomsday mother sentenced to life in prison today for killing her 2 children and conspiring to murder her husband's first wife. What Lori Vallow Daybell had to say in court about her murdered children and communicating with their spirits. That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary is back. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, skies are sunny out there. It's actually a pretty nice day. The humidity levels are down. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam and the Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam showing mostly sunny skies over southwestern Wisconsin. Current temperatures right around 80, give or take a degree or two either direction. Madison right at the 80-degree mark here in Dane County. We're seeing a temperature of 80 in Deerfield, 80 in Cross Plains, 80 in Sauk City, and 80 in Sun Prairie. Look for temperatures to drop into the upper 60s by late evening, but should be a nice night tonight. Next chance of rain looks like it'll hold off until probably Wednesday afternoon at the earliest, but just spotty chances after that.
We certainly got plenty on Friday night.
Yeah.
Consistent 80s today felt nice.
Very comfortable.
We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.